Wade Heineman just woke up at 7:20 a.m. October 6, 2023. My cat Nutsy's still missing. He's been gone since the 14th at about 6, 7 p.m., so I know something's wrong. If anybody stole him or has him or had him, they're criminals. And if they had him and then tried to return him and he's now lost, it's their fucking fault. So that's my pet. I've had him since he was born, about a year and a half, actually longer than a year and a half now. So whoever has had my cat, Nutsy, who I've put on pictures and videos before, has had him since October 4th at 6 to 7 p.m. is a criminal. I want them arrested for staging lies. They need to go to prison immediately. And if they've been involved in any more staging lies throughout my life, they need to go to prison for 10 years minimum. Don't care who it is. They're using him to lure women for rape or whatever they're doing. They need to be treated as rapists if they're using my cat to lure women to their house and pretend to be me. They need to be treated as rapists now. My father probably going to come pick me up to get groceries this morning, and so I'll be gone from the house. If there's any staged lies at the mobile home half mile north of Fairbank, I want those criminals arrested too, whoever is staging lies, when I go get groceries today, because I have to go leave to get groceries at times, and I'll have to load all my stuff up as I always do. So nobody's leaving as normal. I'm just loading my stuff in my parents' Suburban so I can go get groceries, unless they bring a different vehicle, but it'll likely be their 1993 white Suburban again. That's what they've been bringing over to drive me around to get groceries. So Wade Heineman, and I won't be able to get all my guitars in the white Suburban. So some of the guitars will be in my home, and if they try and stage any lies with the guitars or anything that's left or I forgot or I left in here, it's the same thing they've been always doing, breaking into my home and staging lies while I'm gone. And since this is the only opportunity I'll be gone since the 15th of September, I don't know, I don't know if they'll be in here or not, and I don't know when they're in here and when they're not, but there's often indications that they were staging lies when I go get groceries. And that's the only reason I left the property since June 10th, not left for any other reason. I've had no sexual contact in 6+ years, no date, romance, or relationship in 9 or 8.5 years. Indications about law enforcement using an app called OnlyFans. I've never been to OnlyFans, never used OnlyFans. If a law enforcement officer is pretending to be me or using my voice or my images or anything, I want that person in prison for 20 years, because you don't just betray the public trust that way. So they need to go to prison for 20 years minimum if they're using anyway my image or my connection to me or anything. I have not been on the road at all since the 15th of September. I've been home, not left this acreage, not stepped foot off this acreage since September 15th. And it's curious, my cat Nutsy left or is missing since Wednesday, because always Thursday, Friday, Saturday is when the frauds get their free pass. For whatever reason, they're allowed to, get away scot-free with all the crap that they've done until Sunday or Monday again. So these rotten jackasses need to be rounded up and thrown in prison. Anybody claiming I had any connection to them, work-wise or business-wise, or I worked for them or they worked for me or they're my boss, it's all bullshit lies. Since April 2018, I've not had any of those situations. I'm on SSI for PTSD. I get $900 some a month. So this will only be loaded on youtube.com/@ I am Wade Heineman, nowhere else. youtube.com/@ I am WADEHEINEMAN. And my Twitter accounts, again, twitter.com/WADES2ND. My other one is twitter.com/WadeDSES, WADE YES, YES. They're both me. I don't communicate from those. I communicated to you. The only direct message I've sent in 3+ years was to you, USR, or it's FedEx. The FedEx help sent me a message to see if, because I complained about getting a broken guitar neck. I didn't complain to them, but they caught the complaint on when I posted it on X.com. Never had any connection to Elon Musk or any famous person whatsoever. I posted, an offer for investors yesterday. I've never gotten any investment money from anyone, and no one has replied to it yet that I've seen. Just that I have a dozen inventions that I'd offered a certain amount of money for, and I said I will update whether I got to anything on daily or as often as I can think of it. If I got anything, and anybody did pay me, it's going to go directly to my Reedland Savings Bank account. I am not a fraud. I'm not a fake. I'm not a scammer. So if these frauds that continuously drive by all the time, try and get money from investors, I want to make sure that they're caught, because the money that I will get will go into my Reedland Savings Bank account that I've had since 2020. I think 2020 is when I opened it. Anyway, about that time. So I'm Wade Allen Heineman, 51 years old, graduated Wapsie Valley High School in 1990. I'm 6'1", not 5'10". I haven't been to a gym since 2016. I have green eyes, not blue eyes. 10.7-inch hands. I've not ridden a motorcycle since 1996. Never been in the military. Never been married. These are criminals pretending to be me. Never any association with any law enforcement officer. And again, I have not been on the road at all in any capacity since September 15th. And that day I only drove about a quarter mile. My father drove the rest of the way getting groceries that day. And I have not left the property since then. My vehicle has not run since June 10th. I've not gotten a ride with anybody since September 15th, and the only rides I've gotten since June 10th are with my parents, who are 82 and 81 years old. My mother's been in a nursing home getting rehab for her hip the last few days. She did get into a nursing home, finally, the insurance company, Aetna, after I threatened for them to go to tank their stock. They finally bucked up and gave her some time in a rehab center, which she promptly got a fever the first night, but I guess she battled off of that. So it's just my parents that have driven me around in the last couple of months. Maybe early 2 months ago, I drove out to get groceries with their white Suburban. I can't remember how long ago that was now. It was probably in June or July. So the last couple of months, it's been my parents that drove me around to get groceries. Wade Allen Heineman, again, this will only be loaded on youtube.com/@ I am Wade Heineman. And my cat Nutsy has been missing since the 14th, and I do miss him. He's my pet. So that's a year and a half I've had him since he was born. Anybody that has him is a complete crap sack, staging lies, and I want him arrested and put in prison.